please welcome Mr. Michael Verdun.
I had a dream. It's a grand old flag, it's a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may she wave. She's an emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Just kidding. You know, even the President of the United States of America is allowed to kid around a little bit. You know, I don't think I've told a joke since, well, it was 1988, and I announced Dan Quayle as my running mate. But I hope I got your attention, because I'd like to introduce you to some new programming. Click. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Friends, it's just so wonderful to be here tonight. Ladies and genitals, it's such a rare opportunity. I get the chance to host such great indignitaries of this wonderful notion. But friends, ladies and genitals, first I should like to tell you about my Escondido evacuation. It might be a summer day, it might be hot, so bring your whole family down to the Lawrence Welk Avenue and Champaign Street. The whole family can take a dump in one of our famous swimming pools. Moms, you can catch a summer sun, and Dads, you can take your putters to the nearest hole on the 3-par course. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And now, friends, a man that I've tracked down from Tahoe, Reno, and Las Vegas. A lounge gizzard and one of my favorites. Mr. Ron Retentive. Let's rock. We'll get to the bottom. I go back to the top of the slide where I stop and I turn and I'm going for a ride till I get to the bottom and I see you again. Helter skelter, yes, 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 helter skelter. I got blisters on my fingers. Perhaps you're wondering how I do it. It's very simple. I just add a few words and a few syllables, yeah, to get that sound like I might as well be a person with a lot of soul, yeah. Even when it comes to opera, Fake, 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 Figaro. Fake, 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 Figaro, Figaro. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Wasn't that just a special? And now, friends, I wish my wife Fern were here, but she's being variegated. Friends, it would be her privilege to reproduce with you. This next person, to you, he's been known as quite trucky-ducky, but to me, he's a pretty dicky. Friends, Mr. Richard Nixon.
My fellow Americans, now it's always been my real ambition, you say, because to be a singer. Now, I don't think politics is truly my bag. But tonight, it's my privilege to perform for you one of the greatest pop hits of this century, and my favorite tune. Yesterday, lives were such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, there's a shadow hanging over me. Must be the plague. I'm not half the man I used to be. Yesterday came suddenly. Why?
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, thank you. And friends, now not to be outdicked, but surely outducked, here's another holder of the same high office. And the rumor has it he was high in that office. See if you can recognize this man. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing in them, to die, to sleep, no more. And by a sleep to say we end the heartaches and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream, aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. And now, a word from our sponsor.
Well, kind of hard to top that. You know, I was asked if I'd like to participate and bring my pipes. Well, I can't remember where I left them. So I thought I'd just tell you about Nancy and me. Yeah. Well, we eat right, we exercise, and we take Geritrex. You know, you could spend all of your life going in through the outdoor, but with Geritrex, what goes in one door comes out another. Extra foul is what you get when you buy Jared tracks.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yes, friends, Geritrex brought to you by the makers of Geritol, a wonderful new high-fiber cereal. If you've never been one to do much jogging, you'll sure be one with the trots. And now, friends, to fulfill his dream and your dream, friends, here's a tiny tot, his debut performance with the rock and roll.
Hold me tight, wild thing, and squeeze me like a lemon until the juice run down my leg. Wild thing, you make my heart sing. Wild thing, think I love you. Oh.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Ladies and genitals, it's very rarely that you're going to find me in this situation. Tonight, I thought I'd better put my thumb on the line. Tonight, I should like to take this opportunity. Who would have thought that one day I would be performing a wonderful classic rock and roll hit by the Beatles? In a town in North Dakota, lived a man who sailed the sea, and he told us of his life in the Salmonex factory. We all live in the Salmonex factory, a Salmonex factory, a Salmonex factory. We all live in the Salmonex factory, a Salmonex factory, a Salmonex factory. And our friends are all on the board. Kitty Dukakis and Betty Ford. Sky is blue and sea is green in the Salmonex factory. We all live in the Salmonex factory. All together now. Salmonex factory. Salmonex factory. We all live in the Salmonex factory. A Salmonex factory. A Salmonex factory. Thank you, ladies and genitals. And now I'd like to close this a particular bad dream by resurrecting straight from the grave that he's at in Renton, Washington. Friends, here's a Jimi Hendrix with a patronizing effort.
I got my instrument. That too. So, I sat up in my bed. After all, I was just dreaming. But no, in front of me stood a very ominous figure. And it's not that one. There stood a very ominous figure, and I recognized that figure. Submitted for your consideration. The everyday world. A demented dream, probably caused by drug abuse and self-abuse. A journey not only of time and space, but that of mind. See that signpost up ahead? Ignore it. You have just entered into the Twilight Zone. So I thought I was done dreaming. But he was still there. Now, perhaps you've been wondering why I've been so visible in the public eye lately. Well, there's one reason for that. Money. You see, I give a speech. I make lots of money. I write a book. I make even more money, you see. But on top of that, the thing I'd like to discuss with you is this. Now, for many, many years, there was a secret mission I was on with the CIA, you see. So well guarded was this secret that even my wife, Pat, didn't know about it. Now, Pat's my main squeeze. I tell her everything. And I call her my main squeeze, you see, because every night before we go to bed, she reaches over and grabs a hold of my nose and squeezes. And sometimes I get the wild hair and I do the same thing. Now, you should have seen what happened when I tried that on Betty Ford. Now, they don't call me Tricky Dicky for nothing. When I was with the CIA, I had a code name. That's spy talk. The Master of Disguise. Pardon my gas. Because when the president farts, people listen. So, read my lips. Now, I'm telling you, when I said 1,000 points of light, I was being kind, you see. Why, that means those other 600 that didn't make the Forbes 400 felt much better. I should also tell you that my wife, Barbara, doubles as Pat Nixon. Dan Quayle doubles as Sparrow Agnew. His wife doubles as the Queen of England, and our dog doubles as Margaret Thatcher. And it's time to breed the bitch. I know, I just thought I'd throw in a bit of more kidding around. You see, that was just a trick. Thanks, Dick. And really why I've gathered everybody here, I needed some advice. Perhaps you could help me on this particular crisis.
here's the advice I received from former President Jimmy Carter.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes I think you should just go down to Panama and get that guy right out of there.
Jimmy, that was last Christmas.
Oh, I don't know.
I think what I need is some advice on the current situation in the Gulf.
Well, if you need me to go over and watch elections to make sure they're fair and honest, I'll be more than happy to do that.
That's all right. To make things even brighter still, Groucho Marx has the best idea. A singing telegram.
Now, this doesn't reflect at all upon my phallic abilities. It's just small. You know what they say about guys who build big guns? Oh, Sodom, why are you such a brute? Oh, Sodom, we're gonna give you the boot. We think that your aggression has left a bad impression. Our great big guns, our techno-war is soon to make your ass real sore. Oh, Sodom, can it be just a fluke? Oh, Sodom, you'll bring back the Hitler Youth. I think you will. I ought to know. I'm a Jew. We really don't like your hatred. You say your goals are sacred. You say Israel is one big whore. If you keep this up, we'll be at war. Oh, Sodom, you make me want to puke. Oh, Sodom, next thing you want to Dubuque. You know, I heard this. Some big oil company dropped a well in Dubuque. They went all the way to China. When they got to China, they went over to India. When they got to India, they kept on going. They went over to Iraq. They found where them great big lakes are. They sucked out all the oil, and they brought it back. We got it, and he's kind of mad. You tell the world it's holy war, and most of us think that that's a bore. With Amorites you want to annex by pleasing Iranian sex. Oh, Sodom, you're playing a dirty game. Oh, Sodom, you've been labeled quite insane. With chemicals you threat to kill, we hear this, we get no thrill. At borders where your troops will meet with neutron bombs, they'll see defeat. Oh, Sodom, it's clear you got no guts. Oh, Sodom, keeping hostages in targeted huts. Oh, Sodom, soon you'll be with Noriega. Oh, Sodom, and living in a caged bodega.
And I should remind you that the dream was not over. I was still dreaming. And you know how in dreams you're in your hometown, right? You know why, but you're there. So like if Butte was your hometown, and you're walking along in Butte, and you look up and you see this Virgin Mary. It's put there to protect the pit. And some great genius in your dream comes along and takes Manhattan and places it right in the pit. It could happen. Get rid of two problems. But no, you're walking down the street in your hometown, and all of a sudden it's Los Angeles or Seattle or Missoula or whatever. You know, it's somewhere else, but it's still your hometown. And you're represented by someone else, and other people are other people, but they're other people. And like you're talking to your best friend, he ends up being your worst enemy. You're having sex with your girlfriend, she ends up looking like your sister. And this happened to me. On the same theme where we're at right now, you know. You know, it ain't easy. It ain't easy being Batman's Joker and trying to point fingers at bad guys in the Gulf, see. You
You know, you just want to be cool, calm, and collected. But there's no reason to be cool, calm, or collected because they're madmen. And madmen will do mad things. And when madmen do mad things, it makes me real mad. Oh, Samantha. The only people who aren't mad are the people that got the capital gains. And they're the ones who don't got the S&L groin paw. Can you say groin paw? Sure. I like the way you say groin paw. Sure. That's kind of like a groin paw. That's really a groin paw. Sure. Hi. Hi, Mom. Can you say hi, Mom? I like that. Sure, I like the way you say that. Friends, this is called a guitar. Sure, guitar. And it's made of wood. Hardwood. Can you say woody? Sure. Some of you don't want to say woody. Some of you are scared by woody. That's why they put rape boxes on campus. In all the lighted areas. Can you say budget? How about deficit spending? Sure. That's right. The time has come. The point is reached. A reckoning among our chiefs. They sat and stewed for many a month. They got the blues and no triumph. It's called the budget. We're gonna tough it. We're paying more for gas and the programs they'll slash. For the rich it might be rough, but it still ain't enough. Oh yes, the budget. For 10 or 12 years, they've been in all the wrong gears, debating bodily fluids and morals, not confronting monetary quarrels. That's right, sure. The budget. And now I signed it. We lived high off the hog, not worrying about smog. We knew we'd never agree to the same agenda. That's right, the budget. Sure. They kept us quite distracted when the rich men paid no taxes. That's right. They talked about the burning of flags. All this while the economy sagged. Woe's me, sure. The budget. They're gonna shove it. Bend over me and you, it's going up our wazoos. Can you say wazoo? Sure. So prick up your ears, they'll tax your derrieres with the budget. And now all this talk about recession is giving me a depression. And they didn't learn their lesson on election day for squandering our money that decrepit way. That's right. The budget. We might as well flush it. It's coming out in the stores, it's on great big rolls. It comes 3-ply, so wipe your buns dry with the budget. So do you folks need a break? Doesn't look like it. Good, we'll keep going. And now I'd like to depart from the dream. The dream is over. Sure. Every male on the planet Earth goes through this first thing in the morning. No, first I'd like to talk about something here. I was going to get on it, but no, I think it's more important that I demonstrate for you what pedestrians should not do when they hear a bike coming behind them on campus. Oh, I hear a bike, I better move. Stay in one place. Keep on the direction you're going because it'll go around you. You hope. I was walking across the walk bridge not too long ago and a biker went by and said, "Hey, give me some room!" I don't know, it was a walk bridge. Well, I just pissed off all the bikers here. And they're always going this fast. No, really, lately I've been concerned about my health, you see. It's become very important to me that I exercise, eat right, take chair tracks. And so it's just, excuse me if I catch a little exercise. Walking with my baby, she got great big feet. She long, lean, and lanky, and ain't had nothing to eat, but she's my baby. And I love her just the same. Crazy about you, baby, 'cause Caledonia is your name. Caledonia, Caledonia, what make you big and so hard? No, I love you just the same. Crazy about that woman, 'cause Caledonia is her name. You know? My mama, she told me, leave Caledonia alone. That's what she said. No kidding. She said, son, keep away from that girl. She ain't no good. But mama didn't know what Caledonia was putting out. So I'm going down to Caledonia's one more time to find out. Caledonia! Caledonia! What make you big and so hard? You know what that guy was finding? Sin. He has gone down to Caledonia's and he was running into sin. And the wages of sin is death. Do you ever think of yourself as being dead? Lying in a box with a lid on it? Apparently you do. I wouldn't think about it if I were you. You'd only get depressed. Because you'd be in there forever. It'd be like being asleep in a box. Not that I'd like to sleep in a box, mind you, not without any air. You'd wake up dead for a start, and then where would you be apart from inside a box? That's the bit I don't like, frankly, because you'd be in there forever. Even taking into account the fact that one is dead. It isn't a very pleasant thought. Really ask yourself, if I asked you, yes, you, I'm going to put you in this box. Would you rather be alive or would you rather be dead? Naturally, you'd prefer to be alive. Life in a box is better than no life at all. You could lie there thinking, well, at least I'm not dead. In a minute, someone's going to bang on the lid and tell me to come out of here. Hey, you, what's your name? Get out of there! But I wouldn't think about it if I were you. You'd only get depressed. Eternity is a terrible thought. I mean, where is it going to end? You've got to have faith. Faith. When I look out into your eyes, when I look in your faces, you know what I see? I see a little bit of Elvis in each and every one of you. That's because Elvis is in everybody and he's in everything. Elvis is in food. He's in the Big Macs you eat. Elvis is in that creamy filling in the middle of a Twinkie. And that's because you pass Elvis through you see. Making your life a musical movement. Elvis is in your fabric. He's in the things that you wear on your body. He's in your jeans. That's right. And it ain't no Wranglers or Levi's because Lee or Wranglers, he's in your Levi's. Ain't none of these other hashish dreams and jeans. He's in your Levi's, and I know this because I have analyzed it. I have taken the word Levi's and I have respelled it. That's right, it spells Elvis. Elvis's wrath is amazing. Why do you think there's a devil's triangle? Elvis was really Da Vinci and Michelangelo, Sonny and Cher. And Elvis is talking to you. He is. He's speaking. If you open up and listen, he will tell you. He will. Brother, I can see you holding on to your beer. And Elvis is inside you. He's talking. He's saying, open up. He wants you to sing.
He wants you to sing like the king. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, brother.
Elvis makes me think of women. You know, my first experience with women, I was 6 years old. Usually when someone says that, you think he's going to talk about the bushes, you know? No, I was shy. Had a crush on a very beautiful girl. At least when she, when they're 6, you don't look at genitals. You just look, wow, she's cute. And she decided to talk to me one day, walk home from school with me. Of course, I didn't know what to think. I was nervous. So we got to the first intersection. I took this as my opportunity to get away, and I ran out and got hit by a car. It's a true story, by the way. Actually, I didn't get hit by the car. I mean, I hit the car. Yellow. She was laughing. She thought it was funny. Well, that can jade a man, and I'm jaded. I'll tell you about a particular kind of gal that I went out with once. Women, I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend you. This has just been my experience. Okay, you don't believe me, huh? You really want to think that I'm some kind of big sissy, huh? Well, I got a rose up my ass for you, and you can believe it. It isn't the women I'm looking at all, it's the boys. Why do you think I like to watch the Lawrence Welk show? Because he's got the boys on it, you see. Soft, svelte young boys with protruding buttocks. Nice form-fitting wrists. Oh. He wants in on some of the action. Look, he got closer. Say, I just saw a good movie. It was really good. It was called The Cook, The Thief, His Wife, and Her Lover. I loved it. My kind of movie. You got people eating food in restaurants the whole time. And not one decent arrangement of roses or ferns or anything.
Where was it?
It's at the Dove Theater. It's almost as tacky as I am. No, back on the theme of women. Excuse me. Thanks. That was actually done by Mr. Baker over there. He's a ventriloquist. No. There are some categories here. I hate to have to do it. But there's the category of Twinkle Dolly. I like to call them Twinkle Dollies because they twinkle. They twinkle. Hi. I'm upward and mobile, and I have no problem with emasculating any male. I went out with one of these gals once. I was in love. But there was no truck. And she cried to get her way. She cried a lot to get her way. And whenever she cried, it was my responsibility to calm her down. And once I calmed her down from her crying fit, she would always suck my thumb. I kid you not. She liked this. It's kind of like a dog licking the salt off your flesh. I don't know. Yeah. Now if I could just get a cute little boy to suck my thumb.
We're sorry, this portion of the show has been edited for MCAT.
Another type of gal. Well, see, what happens is, she grows up to become the what do you call it? The professional woman. No, not Bruce, the professional woman. And when she gets there, you see, that smile, hi, turns into this. Because she's professional, and she's got a job to do, and she's going to do it well. Want to buy a house? How about a loan? And they want their equality, and I think they should have it. I think they should have it. I really do. It's been too damn long. This has been going on. The presidency, the Congress, women, all women. Supreme Court, all women. Representatives to the UN, I am serious, women. Heads of the corporations, women. Then we can go fishing. Do we really want to deal with these problems, huh? Do we want to deal with it? Oh yeah, like I want to deal with bureaucracy. No, hey, take it. It's yours. You can probably do good with it. Depends on where you look. Depends on the kind you're going for. See, I like to catch the 15-inch pink trout. Now, there's another female that I'd like to dedicate to. One starts out as the idealistic, artistic-minded female. And she's very critical of art and movies, and very well educated. And she progresses to what I like to call the avid protector of the Terrans. Terrans being, it's just a new word I just learned, Terrans. Everything that on the earth that's alive, it's Terran. And we're going to do a private show for the Bitterroot Flower Shop employees one of these nights. Anyway, this song is dedicated to the avid protector of the Terrans. Oh, shit, I hate it when that happens. A headband for Veronica, a tie-dye t-shirt for Jeff, a brown ceramic tile I'll wear around my neck, but the year is almost over. I'm sad to see it end. With the holidays upon us, a season's greeting I must send. 'Cause we're having an Earth First Christmas. Hop on board a plane, leave my friends and head on home. Be with my parents again. They live in a big, huge mansion out east in Delaware. We'll have lots of turkey with leftovers and styrofoam and Tupperware. I'll get some brand new Birkenstocks, a Rolex watch that I can hawk. Grandma give me money, on the phone I'll call my honey. And when I hear her sweet little voice, I'll miss her all the same. But that's nothing new because she's a Jew and she celebrates Christmas like me and you. And she's having an Earth First Christmas somewhere in Kennebunkport, Maine. Her daddy plays lots of golf, plays polo tennis and jogs a lot. And when he beats George Bush at golf, he puts the man to shame. But you know they're buds and you know it's 'cause her rich daddy gives to campaign funds. You see, her daddy's head of Exxon, her mom chairs a savings and loan. But that's okay, I like it that way. You see, they bailed us out of jail. I couldn't tell my daddy about us spiking trees. As chairman of Weyerhaeuser, he'd have broken both of my knees. And I'm having an Earth First Christmas, sleeping in past noon. Earth First Christmas, gonna be without my poon. But soon it'll all be over, we'll be together again. Living inside a Volkswagen van, spiking trees hand in hand. And when I called my honey, She screamed and cried a lot. It seems that her rich daddy killed a moose with only one shot. She got real mad when she saw their tree all decorated real nice. So she took a solid platinum spike, and into that tree she drove it inside. And she's heaven and earth first Christmas, but she's crying on her knees. I didn't have the heart to tell her that her folks owned an artificial tree. I guess this spoils all our plans to see the Grateful Dead. 'Cause without her daddy's old Learjet, we'll have to listen to the records instead. And we're having an Earth First Christmas for a couple of spoiled brats. Earth First Christmas, we like being Democrats. And if she cries a lots and lots, she'll finally get her way. And when she's done, we'll have lots of fun, 'cause we'll get to the concert via Air Force One. And we're having an Earth First Christmas, hop on board a plane. Earth First Christmas, be with my parents again. They live in a big, huge mansion out east in Delaware. We'll have lots of turkey and leftovers in styrofoam and Tupperware. And a partridge in a pear tree. Now, as I close the show, I should like now to give a little of what I think the world needs now, Mr. Muchmo Satchmo. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. The woods get wild, Scooby-Doo and Thelma Doo, Shaggy, Freddy, Daphne, and Goose in the Mystery Man. Thank you very much.